Так, ну что, посмотрим, что у нас там на совещании. Заодно надо пообщаться с пацанами будет. Чё к чему. Мгм. О. О как. Мгм. Мгм. Прикольно. Отлично. Хватило бы очков на все это. Ну, тоже неплохо. Так, связи. Мгм. Короче, как всегда, все и везде надо.
All right.
At your service. Let's see what we
Ну,
have.
так и быть. Так, а это что? Угу, понятно. Для начала побеседуем с ребятишками.
Yes. Good. If you find anything, please bring it. Hello? Can I help you with something?
I'll speak with you later.
Travel safely.
Угу. Так, а что за фина?
I'll take my leave. Good day.
Who was she, Ambassador?
A merchant. I thought we should reach out to the dwarves to secure lyrium for the Inquisition's Templars. According to Lady Corpin, it raised the ire of the Chantry.
How?
Access to lyrium makes us rather more formidable than I anticipated. We're becoming a challenge. Sadly, the remaining Grand Clerics appear to be consolidating the Chantry's power instead of comforting the masses.
Mage circles started falling years ago. The Chantry was troubled even before the Divine's murder.
Yet many people continue to bear it great love. We will not benefit from its decline. Little but the Chantry ties Orlais, Nevarra, Ferelden, Antiva, and even Rivain to a common cause.
Has the Chantry truly promoted such peace?
Andrasti's chant is familiar across kingdoms, a source of many shared customs. That is the crucial point. Common ground is the start of all negotiations.
I suppose a shared faith can be useful when talking with strangers.
Precisely. And these similar interests are merely where we begin. We must learn to think beyond our own wants to secure peace in Thedas.
How did someone so lovely and selfless go into Orlesian politics, Lady Montelier?
Well, that is, really, you give me too much credit. While you're here, I do have a question. The remaining Grand Clerics sent a missive inquiring about the events at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. They demand to know whether the Inquisition officially claims that Andraste saved you from the breach. If it were up to you, how would you reply?
Will my answer change your reply to the Chantry?
If Leliana, Cassandra Cullen, and I could agree on our official stance, I could answer that. We should decide soon. The revered mothers don't seem to know what to make of you.
I'd tell the Chantry I was saved by circumstance, not divine intervention.
Yet as rumors your Andraste's herald grow, the Grand Clerics may not believe such a humble reply. A difficult situation, and I thank you for your answer. A good day to you.
Так, ну что, пойдем побеседуем еще с ребятами. Так, у нас тут первая на очереди Вивьен.
It is good that you salvaged as many Templars as you did, my dear. We will need every Templar, but they will require proper management. We also need to increase our lyrium supplies considerably. The Chantry may still have stockpiles we can use.
Такс. Что нам выбрать-то?
We likely need more than they have. Our enemies have magic that can rip open the Fade.
Indeed. We may need Josephine to open negotiations with the dwarves directly. The breach has done more than disfigure the sky. The veil itself is broken. All mages, no matter how skilled, are now in danger of drawing demons to them. Before this crisis is over, you may find that Templars, flawed as they may be, are all that stand between us and chaos.
It's a good idea to plan for trouble.
I'm glad you understand. Magic is dangerous, just as fire is dangerous. Anyone who forgets this truth gets burned.
You're preaching to the choir, Vivian.
Tell me something. As you will no doubt have a hand in shaping it, what future do you see for mages?
The circle has to be restored if we want to keep the peace.
That's comforting to hear, but you'll find opposition to the idea even among friends. It's something to consider, my dear.
Однозначно. Ну что, вроде бы с Вивьен нормально попиликали. Все то недовольство, которое было вызвано присоединением храмовников, должно было аннигилироваться однозначно. Так, кто у нас там? Сэра.
Templars filling up the place. Best of the polished helms come to save us. Keep them leashed good, right? Useful bunch, but all I hear is they don't do what they're told.
Whatever you think, you're the best hammer for this particular nail.
Well, watch your thumbs, because a Templar might... might slip or... You want about anything else?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh yeah? Interested, are you?
You're skilled. Who taught you how to use a bow?
No one.
That seems unlikely.
What?
Однозначно не верится.
Mostly it just makes sense. It's not like that for you.
Oh, certainly. Not a day's effort for the naturally gifted like us.
Well, it's not like that. It takes work. A bit. Not like Cullen and his pets. I mean, you miss, then you don't. Is it that hard to see when it's wrong?
Is it an elf thing?
Most I know couldn't find an arrow sitting on it. Right. Maybe I just make it look easy and shite company. Fact still is, no teacher. Where would I find one in alleyways anyway?
How about the basics? Where are you from?
Ferelden?
I got that from the accent. Where in Ferelden?
All over? Okay, fine. Denerim for a bit. South, north, wherever I want.
There are no connections you want to mention at all?
Nope.
How very Kunari of you.
What?
Never mind.
Good, right?
You're not like most of the elves I've met.
Thanks, right? Or was that an insult? Suppose I could go barefoot and whine. Like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who's we? I'm just fine.
I think there's more to it than that. A few thousand years more.
Hey, someone wants to be angry about old debts, be angry. Be a terror that never lets an enemy forget. But if you're digging it up so you can wear it, that's just weird. I mean, the Dalish don't really know. They have stories, but that's all they are. It's all fancy dress, not history.
We'll talk later.
Да, не могу не согласиться с этим. Приколюга та еще. Так, самый сложный разговор, как всегда, с Солосом. Пытка не пытка.
The Templars will put their powers to use, sealing the breach. Any group corrupted by a demon must be watched carefully. At least they know how to fight.
We can't afford to be picky about our allies.
Point taken. Just remember, an enemy can attack, but only an ally can betray you. Betrayal is always worse. Speaking of which, you should ready yourself.
For?
This Elder One. You have now interfered with his plans twice. Once at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and now again with the Templars. A being who aspires to godhood is unlikely to ignore such an affront.
Да, есть немного. Соглашусь.
Good afternoon.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Как ни крути, но Солос обычно мудрыми советами может очень даже помочь.
So, the Templars joined the Inquisition. Even with Cullen here, I never thought that would happen. Of course, after Kirkwall, I never thought anyone would use red lyrium on purpose either. The Templars should know better than anyone what that shit does to people. Finding more of it really punches a hole in my red lyrium at the temple was a coincidence theory.
How long does
Да,
it take for
точно
red
не
lyrium to
совпадение.
grow? How fast can it spread?
It took years to infect people in Kirkwall, but no one there was actually ingesting the stuff. This Elder One managed to take the worst thing I can think of and make it worse. That's an accomplishment.
We can't leave a single piece of that lyrium out in the wild.
I'm with you on that. I've got people trying to find out where the red stuff came from. I think maybe we should make that a priority. But that's enough doom and gloom. You just won a big victory for the Inquisition. What are you going to do to celebrate?
That's a good point. We should celebrate. A banquet? Something like a banquet?
Word to Josephine, and I bet she could arrange anything. Things should be calm around here for at least the next hour. Take a moment to enjoy it. If the world's about to end, I'm sure the Seeker will let us know.
Согласен. Так, стоп. Где там мой тот самый, как его, сундучок волшебный? Так, продать. Все продать. Ну или почти все. Так, доспех есть. Так, артийская. Так, это все убираем. Стоп. Где там этот шлем? Это что? Угу. А у меня что? Так, лучший ритар продаем. Ой, бля, это купить. Тьфу ты, бля. Оставляем, короче, шлем. Угу. Такс. Детали. Блин, детали выкидывать тоже особо неохота. Они вполне себе неплохие. А с другой стороны, нафиг надо. Так, 36. Шлем. У кого еще нет шлема? Так, у кого есть шапка, которая лучше, чем шлем. Здесь тоже. Ну, значит... Так, значит так. Шагатар. Пока так. Оружие. Дерзость 125. Хорошо, конечно, но мало. Поступим вот так. Остальное все продадим. Щит. Нет, щит мы по-любому не продаем. Еще очень нам пригодится. Так, аксессуары. Амулет. Пускай будет так. Угу. Вот так будет самое оно. Пока что. Да, и заодно побеседуем с ним.
They won't make the same mistake. It's dangerous when too many men in the same armor think they're right. You should prepare. It's already getting louder.
What's going to be loud?
I don't know, but there are echoes rushing back across us, ripples in a pond from a stone, but backward. But first, you seal it. I hope it hurts less. I'll help if I can, but I don't always say it right.
You helped me at the Seeker Fortress. Say it however you like.
I helped. It's good to hear. I will try.
I'd like to talk with you about Templars.
They're heavy with forgotten songs, like Varric. Some of them are too loud. It's hard to stay near them. Cullen is softer, but demons asked questions that hurt him. Evangeline was kinder. I want to explain, but Reese's mother spoke to spirits, but not to him. Then she died for a Templar he loved. Words just bounce off the edges.
What's your general opinion of Templars?
Любопытно.
Some like hurting mages. It makes them happy, or less afraid, or dreams again. Woke up shaking, stalking the ground for one who looks like her. Always some rule being broken. But not all Templars listen when whispers crawl around inside them. They try to protect people, like Cullen. The good ones remember that mages are people.
Can you tell me more about how the Templars feel to you?
They feel older than they look. They've been changed, and their bodies are incomplete now. The lyrium helps, but their bodies always want to connect to something older, bigger than they are. That's why they block magic. They reach for that other thing, and magic has no room to come in. Like when I listen to Varric.
Can you tell me more about how the Red Templars are different?
The red lyrium is different, darker. Daggers under the skin. It eats you inside until you're nothing. They hear a different song. The song behind the door old whispers want opened. They are dead and dark and done.
I'll talk to you later.
Понятно.
Probably. He didn't kill his
Так,
father.
давай-ка
He
поговорим
was his father.
I'd like to
об
talk with you about the
Инквизиции.
Inquisition.
I don't understand it. People talk like it's a person, but it's not even a thing. A dagger can be a way to let pain out, but even if it isn't, it's still a dagger. The Inquisition isn't real unless it has something real to make it. It's like a spirit.
I'll talk to you later.
Любопытное мнение. Однако.
And you've heard nothing of this elder.
Что там, посмотрим на посылочки. Может, что интересненькое добавилось. Оп. Поясок. Оп. Ух ты. Все огненные, да? Угу. А может быть, ей огонек повесить? Улучшенное кольцо жертвоприношения. Вполне себе неплохо. Шквал энергии, ледяной мины. Блин, у него ни одного такого заклинания нету. Твою медь. Лучше пока ему такое поставить.
Charter, if you're free later, would you like to have a drink at the tap?
Heard there was a big demon at the Seeker Fortress. Gotta say, I don't mind missing that. Getting into your head, messing around.
If you're nervous about demons, I can protect you.
My blade pretty much protects me.
Perhaps I can do things your blade can't.
I don't know. It has blood grooves. Well, technically, it's the fuller, but blood grooves sound so much more violent. Anyway, I hope our new friends have what it takes to close the breach. Damn thing gives me a headache just looking at it.
Да, согласен.
Can I help you?
See you later, Bull.
See ya.
We got the Templars on our side. Glad to hear it. I'll keep the charges at a respectful distance. Not that the chief has any apostates in the group.
Iron Bull said the chargers were at my disposal. Do you have any suggestions on how to use them?
We don't have much information about what's happening in Redcliffe's castle now that the mages have gone silent. I could have some of the boys poke around. If nothing else, we get a better look at the land.
We'll talk later.
Согласен. Надо бы узнать как можно больше об этом. Так, что тут у нас новенького? Вроде как ничего не появилось, да? Угу. Так, люстра 62. Ладно. Особенного ничего и нету. Доспехи. Тоже ничего не появилось. Blackwall. Поговорим с ним.
If the history you pursue benefits the Wardens, then it was worth it.
You've proven yourself to be an honorable woman. Principled. I've great admiration for you. And I've never been more certain in my decision to join you.
There will be opportunities for us to do even more in the future.
Then I look forward to it.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
You already know what I think of your forces. I'm not sure what else there is to say.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Да, пока, короче, не будем заострять внимание. Пойдем дальше. Так, Калин и Кассандра.
Something must be done immediately.
Nothing will be done.
Commander Cullen said the same thing. It's an outrage. There are mages here we know are guilty of heinous crimes. You would let that pass?
Yes, as will you. This is the Inquisition, and you are not guests here.
How are we supposed to...
Deal with it. It never ends, evidently.
Is there an issue with the Templars? Can I help?
The Templars are too accustomed to having their way. They need to learn. It's your doing, after all. You're the one who conscripted them.
Well, I hope it works. What other choice do we have?
Oh. I do sound like I'm blaming you, don't I? I don't disapprove. In fact, you did well. You made a decision when it needed to be made. And here we are. I wish I could say this was my doing.
You're flattering me.
I'm not. This always happens. Nobody ever takes my meaning.
You should see your face.
I'm thinking less flattering things now. Let's hope the breach has your sense of humor.
Да, Кассандру вообще классно сделали. Они прикольно троллить, прикалываться. Обалдеть. Ох, Калин.
That doesn't mean we should trust him.
I will vouch for Cole's character. Give him a chance.
I'd rather he keep away from me. I suppose my concerns can wait. We must focus on the breach. The Templars are making final preparations. After what happened with the Lord Seeker, they're eager to prove themselves.
The Templars aren't responsible for what happened at Theronfall. They have every right to be here.
I do not question those joining us. Only those who betrayed them first. I knew parts of the Order were corrupt, but Red Lyrium? What were they thinking? If you had not gone to Therenfall, there would have been no one left to save.
Is there anything I should know?
I'm glad to have the Chargers on our side. All's men are professionals, despite evidence to the contrary.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
What would you like to know?
What does Templar training involve?
Любопытненько.
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy your training?
To learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars at our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humoured me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
13.
Да, довольно юный.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession of the beast.
You
Согласен.
lived in the circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's howling, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages, that sort of thing?
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given the filter, your first draft of Lyria and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Благодарю
No. Thank you.
Should you require anything, I'll be
за
here.
беседу.
Commander Cullen took me aside to explain what happened at the redoubt. Disturbing news, but I'm glad you were there to intervene. Thank you.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
Not every Templar feels that way.
I know. Power can corrupt. It's a delicate balance. One person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
I like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
Молодец, малышка. Твой ответ меня удовлетворил. Thanks. Ну что там у нас? На карте мира. Так, это у нас что? Красный лириум. Надо будет им заняться. Красный лириум тут, красный лириум там. Угу. Ну, тут хоть красного лириума нет. Так, а где еще? Так, пока только там. Пока только там. Угу. Ну шо, закроем, значит, брешь, я думаю.
More healing drops for you, revered mother. Thank you.
Такс. Что у нас тут с отчетами? Отлично. Отлично. Круто. Так, больше пока ничего не разведать. Работа для Лилианны. Такс. Это уже накалено. Тут даже зафигать. И что мы можем сделать? Закрыть.
The elite of the Templars are ready, Herald. Be certain you are prepared for the assault on the breach. We cannot know how
этим мы займемся. Наши основные ребята. Поехали.
Templars!
Focus past the Herald. Let her will draw from you.
Солос красавчик. Он однозначно не так прост, как кажется. Ух ты.
You did it.
А хули вы думали, ё-моё? Тут только серьезные ребята собираются. Да, попраздновать можно. Победа.
Solus confirms the heavens are scarred but calm. The breach is sealed. We've reports of lingering rifts, and many questions remain. But this was a victory. Word of your heroism has spread.
You know how many were involved. Luck put me at the center.
A strange kind of luck. I'm not sure if we need more or less. But you're right. This was a victory of Alliance. One of the few in recent memory. With the breach closed, that alliance will need new focus.
Forces approaching! To arms!
What the... We must get to the gates!
Вот гады, блин. Атаковали наше убежище. Сволочи. Порвать на части, мазафака. Так, что у нас тут? Ага. Один. Варик. Так, варик. Так, попробуем. Такой движняк. А, соус. Че у него тут есть? Так, пойдем до сюда, короче. Ледяная мина должна помочь.
This boat.
Cullen?
One watchguard reporting. It's a massive force, the bulk over the mountain.
Under what banner?
None.
None?
If someone could open this, I'd appreciate it.
Ух ты, хлопчик.
I'm here to warn you. Fashionably late, I'm afraid. Might exhausted. Don't mind me. There you are. I came to tell you what happened with the mages at Redcliffe. You're not going to like it. They are under the command of the Venatori, in service to something called the Elder One. The woman is Calpurnia. She commands the Venatori. That, the Elder One.
А вот и он, главный козел в этой истории.
Cullen, give me a plan.
anything.
Haven is no fortress. If we are to withstand this monster, we must control the battle. Get out there and hit that force. Use everything you can. Soldiers, gather the villagers. Fortify and watch for advanced forces. Inquisition, with the Herald! For your lives, for all of us!
Да. Ребята, дело будет не из легких. Начните их всех, сволочев. Ах ты ж сука. Ах вы сволочи. Так, где они идут? Так, у нас все понятно. Берем управление на себя. Ух, вашу ж мать, сколько же вас тут. Давай, вставай, твою мать. Так, где наша баба, блин? Быстро, быстро! Мать вашу. Так, тут же явно надо им манипулировать как-то. Убить, сволочь. Твою ж мать, вот блядство. Так, надо отступить чуток. Твою ж не медь, блин. Быстро, быстро, пацаны, мочите, суку. Есть. Отлично. Требушет защитили. Такс, что делать-то надо? Налаживай давай, налаживай твою медь. О, надо туда бежать срочно. Так, посох нам тут нахрен не нужен. Блин, да и зелья эти тоже не нужны. Так, короче, надо освободить эту самую вещь. О, лучники. Отлично. Давай, давай, хлопчик. Есть. Будем действовать хитрее, нахуй. Поехали дальше. Поехали дальше. Так, Солоса отсюда нахрен брать. Где наша баба? Давайте, ребята, давайте. Мочите гадину. Другого шанса у нас нету. Иначе все, кранты. Блин, он еще отражает магию, падла. Надо быть аккуратнее. Так, четверочка. Давай, давай. Оп. Быстренько. Оп. Есть. Молодцы, ребята. Еще идут. Давайте по-бырому мочите сучарву. Этого сволочь тоже мочим. Есть. Фух, блин. Ох, ребята, вот это заварушка, блин, а. Сколько наших людей погибает из-за этих пиздюков вражеских. Отлично. Отменное навершие, мне это нравится. Раз, два, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 качков. О да. Сдохните, мрази. Еще бы вас всех там нахуй порвало. Демонические отродья. Ох ты ж твою мать, это еще что такое? Погнали, ребята. Здесь явно движуха непростая. Сохранимся, конечно, перед этим. Перед тем, как свалить. Отлично. Чё там, погнали, епки. Так, надо спасти как можно больше народа. По дороге я уже прям чувствую. Там, может, в домике, интересно, кто-то потерялся, нет? А, вроде нет. Ладно. Погнали, погнали. Спасать народ надо, спасать народ, блин.
It's the only building that might hold against that beast. At this point, just make them work for it.
Так, погнали. Кого-то тут еще надо спасти 100%. Давай, 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 лупим, лупим, сука. Где их маг, блин? А, вот он. наблюдателя в первую очередь. Нахрен. Есть. Давайте, мочим их, мочим. Сволочей. Валим, 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 валим. Есть. Так, посмотрим, что у нас тут. Есть ли уцелевшие, нет ли. Отлично. Так, с этими козлами разобрались. Что дальше? Так, что у нас здесь? Есть кто? Нет кого? Надо от дракона, блин, людей поспасать. Так, что там? Быстрее. Так, что здесь сверху? Ешь твою медь. Ах ты ж, блин.
I hear a survivor.
Давай, пацан, мы тебя не бросим. Давайте этого мочим, сука. Блять, без соуса херово нам будет. А где он? Давай, поднимай соуса. Давайте, ребята. Мочите, гада. Есть, есть. Давай, резай меня. Есть. Давайте, ребята, ешь вашу мать. Мочи, сука. Фух. Так, где здесь? Что здесь еще? Всех взяли, всех вызволили, блин, из плена, всех спасли, кто, кого, чего, куда, блин. Давай. Мочись, суку. Кто-то выжил. Это хорошо. Так, самое быстрое. Сюда. Давай быстрее. Есть. Все, поехали. Вроде всех спасли.
A brave man. He stood against a Venatori.
Briefly, I am no Templar.
Herald, our position is not good.
Твою мать, сколько людей, блин, полегло, пострадало, ё-моё.
No communication, no demands. Only advance after advance.
There was no bargaining with the mages either. This Elder One takes what it wants. From what I gathered in Redcliffe, it marched all of this way to take your herald.
If it will save these people, he can have me.
An assassin might take you up on that, but this force has not seemed concerned about specifics. And such a promising start with the landslide. If only trebuchets remained an option.
Так, что-то там Солос не одобрил, сволочь.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we bury Haven.
This is not survivable now. The only choice left is how spitefully we end this.
Well, that's not acceptable. I didn't raise...
Should we...
She must have shown me.
Так. Надо переиграть. Мне не нравится, бляха, что Солос, мать его заново, расстроился. Так, оп. Так, быстренько, быстренько.
Hear that?
Быстрее, быстрее. Погнали.
Saved a few, time to go.
Такс. Сохраненка, хорошо.
Move! Keep going! The chantry is your shelter!
A brave man. He stood against a Venatori.
Briefly, I am no Templar.
Herald, our position is not good. That dragon stole back any time you might have earned us. There has been no communication, no demands. Only advance after advance.
There was no bargaining with the mages either. This Elder One takes what it wants. From what I gathered in Redcliffe, it marched all of this way to take your herald.
I don't care what he wants. How do I stop him?
Trust me, that is not information I would keep to myself. And such a promising start with the landslide. If only trebuchets remained an option.
They are, if we turn the last of them to the mountains above us.
We're overrun. To hit the enemy, we'd bury Haven.
This is not survivable now. The only choice left is how spitefully we end this.
Well, that's not acceptable.
Да уж, не очень интересная перспектива.
Should we submit? Let him kill us?
Dying is typically a last resort, not first. For a Templar, you think like a blood mage.
There is a path. You wouldn't know it was there unless you'd made the summer pilgrimage, as I have. The people can escape. She must have shown me. Andraste must have shown me so I could tell you.
Ну-ка поподробнее давай.
It was whim that I
Ё-моё.
path. I did not mean to start. It was overgrown. Now, with so many in the Conclave dead, to be the only one who remembers. I don't know, Herald. If this simple memory can save us, this could be more than mere accident. You could be more.
What about it, Cullen? Will it work?
Possibly, if he shows us the path. But what of your escape?
Perhaps you can surprise the Elder One.
Inquisition! Follow Chancellor Roderick through the Chantry. Move!
Herald, if you are meant for this, if the Inquisition is meant for this, I pray for you.
They'll load the trebuchets. Keep the Elder One's attention until we're above the tree line. If we are to have a chance,
Ну что ж,
if you
попробуем.
are to have a chance, let that thing hear you.
If there's one thing I know, it's how to get
Так, сохранить.
assholes' attention.
Давайте, хлопцы. Блять, осталось только нас двое. Солос, вставай, блядь. Нехуй валяться. Текс. Давай отсюда пойдем. Бля, Солос, ты слишком часто дохнешь. Давайте, ребята, давайте, мать вашу. Есть. Стоянка. Нужно к трибушетам пердолить. Что-то я туплю. А трибушеты у нас где-то там. А, ну да, твою мать. Там еще дракон этот летает, мать его. Через 3 рыла. Так, отлично. Так, в него, короче, не метаем. Он, сука, отражает. Так, по нему палим только заклинаниями. Сука. Ладно, главное, выжили. Уже хорошо. Так, стребушеты. Так, требушеты у нас где-то там. Ёшкин-кошкин. Мочите, суку. Вот, блядь, да чё ж здоровый пидоры. Вот сволочь, а. Мочи, суку. Бьем, 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 бьем. Мочим. Бьем, 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 мочим. Сволочи. Вашу ж такую мать. Так, с колесо крутим, ебать колотить. Крутим колесо, чтоб его, блядь, через коромысло нахрен.
Be ready. More coming our way.
Так, короче, съебываем отсюда нахуй. Временно. Сука, ёбаный гладиатор, блядь. Шлепок. Как он заебал нахуй уже. В натуре, блядь, пиздец какой-то. Замечательно. Ты, бля, ё-моё. Есть. Ух ты ж, твою мать, как же это меня уже бесить нахрен. Они, блядь, когда-нибудь перестанут вообще сюда ползти. Ешь твою жметь. Так, короче, давайте все сюда. Будем их потихоньку щемить. Да, это называется, короче, тактическое отступление. Это ж, блядь, тут еще это Фиона, ёбаный в рот. Сука. К Фионе явно нужен особый подход. Это точно. Так, одна ли она там? давайте, ребята, давайте, суки, опомниться. Блять, там еще пидор один. Фух. Фух. Вот козел, сука. Надо его, пидора, блять, выщемить. Зайти с тыла. Зайдем с тыла. Он где-то здесь, сука. Давайте, суку, мочите. Мочим, суку, мочим. Блять. Блять, да чего мощная пидораска, а? Фух. Ёбаный в рот. Вот морозина. Пацаны, ребята, ёбаный в рот. Фиона, блядь. Твою мать. Ну, наконец-то, блин, чтоб ты сдохла, блядь. Коза. Фух. Вот это жесткач, честно скажу. Вот это жесткач. Бля, с этими нахрен усложнялками это просто пиздец какой-то. Тут и так ни хрена не просто играть. Но это просто невыносимо, ё-моё. Короче, 3 волны. Я уже и позабыл. 3-я волна, главный злопедик. Фух. Короче, можно было просто пару раз щелкнуть этим рулем и сваливать. Пока они все сюда не поползут, не наползут. Их потом поодиночке можно было валить. А потом в конце просто приходишь и так спокойненько крутишь. И меньше геморроя было бы.
Move! Now!
Ах ты ж сволочь, драконья. А вот он, главный злодей, чтоб его.
pretender. You toy with forces beyond your ken, no more.
Так, спросим.
What are you? Why are you doing this?
Mortals beg for truth they cannot have. It is beyond what you are, what I was. Know me. Know what you have pretended to be. Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus. You
Размечтался.
kneel.
You're forcing this fight for no reason.
You will resist. You will always resist. It matters not. I am here to anchor. The process of removing it begins now. It is your fault, Herald. You interrupted a ritual years in the planning, and instead of dying, you stole its purpose. I do not know how you survived, but what marks you as touched, what you flail at rifts, I crafted to assault the very heavens. And you used the anchor to undo my work. The gore.
What is this thing meant to do?
It is meant to bring certainty where there is none. For you, the certainty that I would always come for it. I once breached the Fade in the name of another to serve the old gods of the Empire in person. I found only chaos and corruption, dead whispers. For 1,000 years I was confused, no more. I have gathered the will to return under no name but my own, to champion withered to winter and correct this blighted world. Beg that I succeed, for I have seen the throne of the gods, and it was empty. The anchor is
Мощный
permanent.
парень.
You have spoilt it with your stumbling. So be it. I will begin again. Find another way to give this world the nation and God it requires. And you, I will not suffer even an unknowing rival. You must die.
You expect us to surrender and kneel. We will not. You'll face us all. When we choose.
Целуй меня в залупенко. Твою ж не медь, ё-моё. Благодарю всех за просмотр. Буду рад вашим подпискам и вашим комментариям, а также дальнейшему благотворному сотрудничеству.